study of ancient Egypt, our students really were looking at the interdependence between culture, power, and unity, and how those three ideas set Egypt up for success. So the students are going to be working on a project designing an artifact that demonstrates the interdependence of these three ideas. For this unit, I chose to have the students learn information about Egypt first in class through reading different texts, watching videos, class discussions, and online partner research. Students work to record notes and complete creative responses to their learning. This classwork created a foundation of understanding upon which the students were prepared to build a culminating project. When the time came to introduce our project, we refocused on our unit question: how does Egypt highlight the interdependence of culture, power, and unity? With partners, we discussed how culture, power, and unity relate to Egypt specifically, so the students were ready to springboard from their collective ideas to an independent project. The project required students to do further research to discover an artifact that related to our unit theme. In order to begin crafting their artifact, students had to go through an application process in which they presented their ideas for the artifact and cited how that artifact is an example of culture, power, and unity in Egypt. They also had to have a plan first for materials and steps to follow for making their artifacts. What happened next was an amazing example of the student creative process. On Create and Build days, the students enjoyed listening to Egyptian music while they molded, cut, glued, painted, and built their handcrafted artifacts. Children talked about their plans, discussed how their project worked with the theme, and even helped one another when they were finished. The final artifacts encompass examples of trade, like goods that were traded, how Egyptians measured and weighed goods for payment. They made planned cities and market squares to show architecture and social levels in Egypt. Artwork like sculptures and painting, tombs and hieroglyphics, religious iconography like temples and statues, jewelry, pyramids, and crowns worn by the kings of Egypt. Students were able to tap into their interests for differing facets of Egyptian culture and life, but under that common theme of culture, power, and unity. At the beginning of the unit, students shared that we study Egypt because it is so cool. By examining Egypt through the lens of an interdependence of culture, power, and unity, the students deepened their understanding of why ancient Egypt made such a lasting impression on the world's civilizations.